One must learn to love and go through a good deal of suffering to get to it, and the journey is always towards the other soul. It's terrible once you've got a man into your blood, she said. She was always waiting, it seemed to be her forte. The human soul needs beauty more than bread. Men are freest when they are most unconscious of freedom. The shout is a rattling of chains, always was. Love is never a fulfillment. Life is never a thing of continuous bliss. There is no paradise. Fight and laugh and feel bitter and feel bliss and fight again. Fight, fight. That is life. The world is a raving idiot, and no man can kill it, though I'll do my best. But you're right. We must rescue ourselves as best we can. One's own self is well hidden from one's own self. Of all mines of treasure, one's own is the last to be dug up. Love is the flower of life, and blossoms unexpectedly and without law, and must be plucked where it is found, and enjoyed for the brief hour of its duration. When I hear modern people complain of being lonely, then I know what has happened. They have lost the cosmos. But better die than live mechanically a life that is a repetition of repetitions. I am part of the sun as my eye is of me. That I am part of the earth my feet know perfectly, and my blood is part of the sea. She herself had never been able to be altogether herself, it had been denied her. Those that go searching for love only make manifest their own lovelessness, and the loveless never find love, only the loving find love, and they never have to seek for it. For my part, I prefer my heart to be broken. It is so lovely, dawn kaleidoscopic within the crack. If a woman hasn't got a tiny streak of harlot in her, she's a dry stick as a rule. This is the very worst wickedness, that we refuse to acknowledge the passionate evil that is in us. Life is a traveling to the edge of knowledge, then a leap taken. Vitally, the human race is dying. It is like a great uprooted tree with its roots in the air. We must plant ourselves again in the universe. Every true artist is the salvation of every other. Only artists produce for each other a world that is fit to live in. Obscenity only comes in when the mind despises and fears the body, and the body hates and resists the mind. I love trying things and discovering how I hate them. A man could no longer be private and withdrawn. The world allows no hermits. If I were the moon, I know where I would fall down. Nobody knows you. You don't know yourself. And I, who am half in love with you, what am I in love with? My own imaginings? Be still when you have nothing to say, when genuine passion moves you, say what you've got to say, and say it hot. I never saw a wild thing sorry for itself. A small bird will drop frozen dead from a bough without ever having felt sorry for itself. What liars poets and everybody were. They made one think one wanted sentiment, when what one supremely wanted was this piercing, consuming, rather awful sensuality. Perhaps only people who are capable of real togetherness have that look of being alone in the universe. The others have a certain stickiness, they stick to the mass. A woman has to live her life, or live to repent not having lived it. We've got to live, no matter how many skies have fallen. A woman unsatisfied must have luxuries. But a woman who loves a man would sleep on a board. Life is ours to be spent, not to be saved. It's not art for art's sake, it's art for my sake. Money poisons you when you've got it, and starves you when you haven't. Instead of chopping yourself down to fit the world, chop the world down to fit yourself. I want to live my life so that my nights are not full of regrets. That's the place to get to, nowhere. One wants to wander away from the world somewheres, into our own nowhere. Be a good animal, true to your instincts. Never was an age more sentimental, more devoid of real feeling, more exaggerated in false feeling than our own. There is nothing to save, now all is lost, but a tiny core of stillness in the heart, like the eye of a violet. What the eye doesn't see and the mind doesn't know, doesn't exist. I can never decide whether my dreams are the result of my thoughts or my thoughts the result of my dreams. Never trust the teller, trust the tale. The proper function of a critic is to save the tale from the artist who created it. And woman is the same as horses. Two wills act in opposition inside her. With one will she wants to subject herself utterly. With the other she wants to bolt and pitch her rider to perdition. Sex and a cocktail, they both lasted about as long, had the same effect, and amounted to about the same thing. He had reached the point where all he wanted on earth was to be alone. He doesn't have feelings, he only has streams of words about feelings. But he was quite consciously afraid of society, which he knew by instinct to be a malevolent, partly insane beast. Always these arrangements. Always one's life arranged for one. Wheels that worked one and drove one, and over which one had no real control. Far be it from me to suggest that all women should go running after gamekeepers for lovers. The business of art is to reveal the relation between man and his environment. David Herbert Lawrence was an English novelist, poet, playwright, essayist, literary critic, and painter. He is best known for his controversial and sexually explicit novels such as Lady Chatterley's Lover, which was banned in Britain and the United States for many years. Lawrence's works often explored the themes of individualism, sexuality, nature, and the relationship between men and women. His writing style was known for its vivid descriptions of landscapes and its use of colloquial language. Lawrence's works have had a significant impact on modern literature, and his legacy continues to be studied and discussed by scholars and readers alike. Thanks for watching. If you like, please share and subscribe.